life of No Man's Sky is definitely going to be remembered throughout gaming history. With No Man's Sky being announced in 2013, indie developer Hello Games had the weight of the world on their shoulders as the hype for the game would skyrocket. Being advertised as a space exploration game as big as the universe itself, it was obvious why so many people were excited for it. The hype for No Man's Sky is probably most comparable right now to a game like Cyberpunk 2077. After numerous delays, many people started to be a bit worried about the game as it got closer to release. Long story short, No Man's Sky would launch and eventually be bombarded with numerous negative reviews from players and critics, many of which called out Sean Murray and Hello Games for misleading people into what the game had to offer, and soon after, the player base of No Man's Sky would be dead at launch. While I don't want to focus too much on the past of No Man's Sky, I do think it's important to think about when talking about the game today. Like many other people, I was excited for No Man's Sky, but felt disappointed with its launch and decided that the game wasn't worth it after that. But as years went by, Hello Games decided to keep working on No Man's Sky in order to make it into the game that they promised people 4 years ago. So after a ton of new content updates and bug fixes, No Man's Sky was finally getting talked about again, and for good reasons too. With all the recent positivity surrounding the game, I wanted to see for myself what it was all about. For those that don't know too much on what the game is about, No Man's Sky is an indie game that focuses on space exploration and survival. The game starts you off on an undiscovered planet for you to explore and get used to things. The beginning is probably the slowest and most boring part of the game, as you start off with only a mining tool and a broken ship. But luckily, gathering the materials to fix your ship only takes about an hour, and after that, you get introduced to what No Man's Sky is really about. There's a wide variety of activities that are given to you. You can explore the billions of different planets and ecosystems of the universe, build your own massive base and share with other players, fight space pirates or random NPCs found across all the planets, trade with the different alien races and also work for them to increase your standing, or just play with friends and do whatever you want. There's also a story mode which puts you on a journey to help and find a missing traveler. While No Man's Sky in 2016 might be considered a failure, Hello Games was able to turn this game around and add in a ton of new content that can satisfy many different playstyles. But even though I've been having a lot of fun with No Man's Sky, there are still a number of criticisms I have for the game. Now for an indie game, the sandboxing content in No Man's Sky is amazing. We also have to remember that most indie games are usually priced between $10 to $30. This allows for indie games to have a more focused story, which tends to make the game shorter in length. But with No Man's Sky, the price of the game has been $60 ever since its launch 4 years ago. Unfortunately, this causes me to look at the game as more than just an indie game, and instead I have to look at it as if it were any other $60 game. So with that in mind, although this game does offer multiple things to do in the universe, a big criticism I have is that most of the in-game activities could be fleshed out a lot more. Probably the most impressive feature in the game is the fact that the space that we play in is essentially as big as our own universe, making No Man's Sky the biggest open world in gaming history. This all sounds good on paper, but it definitely falls short in practice. Each planet, along with their animals, are procedurally generated, which allows them to have a unique look, but they all end up behaving the same. I don't feel the need to deeply explore a brand new planet, because nothing I can do on it makes it stand apart from the dozens of other planets that I already visited. The same can be said for all the other activities too. While fun, you're basically going to be doing the same thing over and over again, except just with a new look. Personally, I don't find repetition that bad as long as it's fun, but I can imagine a lot of other people will get bored of these features after a few hours, since there's not really a concrete end goal to the game. Like I said before, if No Man's Sky had the usual indie price tag, then I would be a lot less critical of it, but compared to other $60 games such as Ghost of Tsushima or even Animal Crossing, the story and gameplay elements of No Man's Sky need a lot more development in order to really make it worth it for its price. I gotta praise the developers at Hello Games for all the work they put into No Man's Sky post-launch. They could have easily half-assed all the updates, or even charged us more money with DLC. But instead, all the updates and content put into the game post-launch has been entirely free. Even cosmetic items such as jetpacks can only be unlocked by playing the game. However, I completely understand people's frustration with No Man's Sky. The people at Hello Games essentially lied about the game and falsely advertised most of the features it had. If you still feel like you don't want to support the game or the company because of that, then that's completely understandable. But the way I see things, Hello Games is a team with around 12 people. I can't even think to imagine the amount of pressure these guys must have had. All of us need to remember that the developers of No Man's Sky are people too, and while we can be mad or sad at what happened, we should not attack their personal lives because of it. While we can't change what happened in the past, the best we can do now is to look forward to a better future. No Man's Sky has definitely had a love-hate relationship amongst a lot of players. The game has had its ups and downs, and I think it would have saved the game if it released into early access. This would have let people view the game not as a $60 title, but instead as the indie game it was meant to be. Despite everything that has happened in the past, you can really tell that Hello Games is trying their best to make up for their mistakes with the constant updates and content that they release for free. While I don't think No Man's Sky is worth $60 right now, it definitely has the potential to be as great as some AAA games in the future. If you were ever excited for the No Man's Sky that was shown to us in trailers years ago, then I think the game in its current state will surely give you hours of fun gameplay. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again.